and gentlemen, we have some more Dragon Ball Sparking gameplay, courtesy from the Japanese side. Again, I want to point out that I am still currently in Japan. I'll be back in a couple of days officially. I was here for a wedding. I'm not here for some secret like gameplay. I saw some people asking like, oh, he's clearly recording. No, I'm just out here for a wedding, man. My homie got married. But I actually did get a message. I will have an opportunity to capture Sparking Zero gameplay, some exclusive stuff in the near future. I think in like 2 or 3-ish weeks, somewhere in that neighborhood. So if you want to make sure you don't miss that, you can subscribe and then stay tuned for that because I'm about to bring some heat. It's my turn to be happy and experience the game. But nevertheless, we got some gameplay from the Japanese side, as I mentioned. I do want to point out a couple things. Number one, from what I was told, the demo that was used in the US side, the Dion, Nano, Afro, everybody uploaded, is a pretty old build. It's like a month and a half old. I think the Japanese build, again, I might be wrong on this, but it does look cleaner. The Japanese build supposedly is much newer, much more, I think, within like a week or so. And that's why you see a lot of stuff that's already better that's missing from the other game. Because the other game had some jank that had to be fixed, and you definitely see some of that is gone here, which is nice. I mean, it's still not perfect, but again, October 11th is still a couple months away, 4 months, I think. So they're going to take that time to kind of polish this game to make sure we get the best possible Dragon Ball game that we can get, that we deserve. By the way, Raging Blast fans, Tenkaichi fans, we are literally the meme, the handshake meme from Twitter with the two super muscular arms, because this is literally a baby of both games. They took the best of both games and gave us like exactly what we as fans of both games wanted. So whether you grew up with Raging Blast or Tenkaichi, we are now on the same playing field, which is really, really dope. So super excited about that. That's it. Let's kind of like dive into it and see what we got. So we got a World Tournament gameplay here. I do want to point out a couple things. Number one, if you notice that when Broly was just sent to the edge of the map where the stands are, there was kind of like that crack that just popped up right there. So that is going to be limited until you do an ultimate attack. If you actually go on Dion's video, the one with Super Saiyan God Vegeta on the thumbnail, which I'm sure y'all already seen by now, but if you haven't, go check it out. He does a situation where he fires a Spirit Bomb, and the second you do an ultimate attack, that's like a massive attack, I assume it's like a beam or something, it causes everybody in the stands to panic and run away, and then it also unlocks the rest of the stage, which is sick. So if you do like a Spirit Bomb, Kamehameha, or even something as simple as like a Dodon Ray, it causes everyone to leave, and it unlocks the rest of the map, so you don't have that barrier anymore, which is absolutely sick. And something else to point out, because I saw people asking, is the World Tournament mode will be a toggle. So as you notice that Boo was just sent to the grass and the match is still continuing, there's gonna be a toggle. You guys remember actually they added that in Raging Blast. In Raging Blast, you could play in the tournament mode, tournament. Oh my God! Tournament map stage. Good lord. And ooh, this is kind of sick. Hold on, I've never seen this before. It's like a super attack, I think. Ooh, that was kind of sick. Anyways, there's a tournament map. If you pick the stage in Raging Blast, you were able to choose whether or not you wanted to have the tournament mode knockout. So if you want the fun one where you can just, get a quick lucky hit and knock your friends out, that is going to be available in the final version of the game. That was already revealed in a recent interview by the producer of the game. But if you want to just do straight hands and pick a map like this, you can disable that so you don't actually end the match or, go to the next character when one touches the grass. All right, now we got Goku and Vegeta. Arguably the greatest rivalry of all time. Naruto and Sasuke, Pikachu and Team Rocket, insert one more rivalry here. It doesn't matter. Goku and Vegeta were the OG greatest rivalry of all time. I know it's not the oldest, but it's one of the most iconic ones. Let's be real. All right, dude, something I want to point out also is I love how massive the stages are. Because I feel like in Dragon Ball games, despite which ones you play, it always felt like no matter how big the maps were, it always felt like that you were still hitting the limit a lot. But in Sparking Zero, from what we're seeing so far, is you have so much room to fight, and that's something that I absolutely love. And also, we're seeing the transitions as well from the stage, like we saw, like I mentioned with, the tournament stage, where if you do like a big beam, it causes everyone to leave, and you unlock the rest of the stage. We did see other stuff like that in other gameplays released in the past week. So like if you fire like the Final Flash, for example, and you hit the ground, it caused the whole map to explode, and then you're on like the destroyed side of the map, which is really sick. It was like an iconic part of the Tenkaichi games, if you never grew up with those. And out of curiosity, I want to know, like, what Dragon Ball game did y'all grow up under? Because I feel like a lot of people haven't fully experienced the Tenkaichi series that play Dragon Ball games as a norm. Like, I know a lot of you guys grew up with, like, Raging Blast. Some of you guys even grew up with Xenoverse. But like Tenkaichi as a series was just so iconic, man. It was like one of the first really, really good anime fighters. And like people always meme anime fighter here and there, like, oh my god, cash grab. But they don't understand the reason why all these anime fighters exist is all these games over the course of the past like 20 years have been trying to emulate, or I guess 17 years, have been trying to emulate what the Tenkaichi series was. Like, those games, they try to be, they just don't get close because Tenkaichi was just so good. It was just so fun, man. Alright, we got the God Kamehameha, which we saw several times so far. This was in the initial trailer. Just a basic beam. That's a Raging Blast right there. I love that they brought that back. Ooh! And something else to point out is the impact frames are so clean. I remember the initial reveal of this game, one of my critiques was like, whenever they attacked each other, it felt like it was missing some like oomph. Like, you know, like I really want the character to feel like they're getting hit. And with all the builds that we have now, and keep in mind, we're not even to the final build yet, they've improved a lot, which is really sick. I love that. Alright, get the iconic Goku bouncing the Broly movie against Frieza. Let's see what we get over here. You know something else also like, what I noticed from all the different gameplays is every form of the character feels unique and different, and that's kind of dope. Like, what I mean by that is like, for example, Super Saiyan 2, Goku, I'm gonna use him as an example because he's like probably the best one to talk about here. Always felt kind of like, whatever, like no one really played a Super Saiyan 2 Goku in the old games. You either like played in base form so you can use the Spirit Bomb, or Super Saiyan just because it was the iconic first time when he transformed. Not even mid Goku, but just like Super Saiyan on end Goku. And then, you know, you go to like Super Saiyan 3, stuff like that. But Super Saiyan 2 was kind of like whatever, but even he has like unique attacks. Like, bro, Chunsoft cooked. They absolutely cooked this game, and it's like, it's just so cool to me right now. God, this golden Frieza. Ooh, that's so sick. I like how he has the halo because that's the avatar that they have for him right now, but he has no halo right now. Because that was the final form that transformed. And by the way, I know a lot of people might be wondering where the other forms of Frieza are. Again, this is a demo. It's going to be available in the game. I would assume. There's no way that they don't give us, like, first form Frieza, right? Surely. I like that they're bringing back the menu to choose the transformation you want, which is really nice. Also, you can fuse. And this is actually an improvement. In the old Tenkaichi series, you could not fuse unless you and your partner were on the same transformation. So, like, if you were a Super Saiyan and Vegeta was base, you would have to first swap out the Vegeta transform, and then you'd be able to enable the command to fuse, which is really dope. So, as far as fusing, they already revealed that once you fuse, you're in that form for the rest of the fight, which is obviously a mechanic that we saw in the past games. Gonna go blue! Hey, hit that man with the greatest ultimate of all time. Oh, something else to point out is the producer mentioned that like the balance in this game is gonna be wacky. Ooh, Soul Punisher is so clean. That looks so sick. So what I mean by that is if you choose Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, for example, and your opponent picks Hercule, you're gonna have a massive advantage. And that's just how the old Tenkaichi games were. I saw some people panicking like, what about the balance? I'm like, bro, this is not Street Fighter. This is not Tekken. This is not supposed to be a game that's fully balanced. It's supposed to be chaotic, casual fun. And if your opponent goes to Gogeta Blue after they lost to you, and you pick Hercule and you won, that means you won because you just had hands. It just means you are just completely better than your opponent, which is why you won that fight, and I love that. You guys remember the old games, even characters like Yajirobe was annoying, because Yajirobe was not really good, but they gave him elements that made that character broken, like being able to fully heal with the Sensu Bean, and he also had an unblockable sword Ki Blast attack. Like, I love that they had wackiness in these games that made the fighting so, like, satisfying, if that makes sense. Ooh, Broly didn't get the Dragon Balls from Chile. Did not get rescued in that one. Yeah, talk your shit, bro. Talk your shit. Alright, what else we got? Speaking of Hercule! I do want to point out, I am seeing all this stuff for the first time. Look at the roster. I feel like the Japanese side had more time to play, too, because, like, from what I was told from Nano and Afro and Dion and Dado, they all had 30 minutes. Once that 30-minute marker or timer ended, that's it. Game over. And that included learning the game. I feel like the Japanese side had more time to, like, kind of dabble in how to learn the game before they started recording. But, hey, shout out to Dion. No disrespect to everybody else, but Dion's gameplay by far has been some of the best I've seen online because that man, to be fair, he's been playing a lot of Tenkaichi, so like it's all like coming back, like it's like riding a bike. He started doing some combos that we saw in the Tenkaichi series, and he also compared them to his gameplay, which is really, really dope. But even then, I still feel like the Japanese side had more time to kind of like learn the basics before they sat down to record. Alright, so we have Hercule here. He does fly. In the initial reveal, it looked like he couldn't fly, but it's similar to what we saw in the old games where he can, like, jump, and then he's, like, slowly floating down. But I kind of wish they'd give him the jetpack, because it's, like, bugging me. Ooh! Yo, that's a rush attack now? That's crazy. Okay, for perspective, Hercule in the old games was broken. Because you could just spam the bomb present, and every time they got near you, they would explode. But now you can just do the bomb present and run to them. That's sick. This character's gonna be annoying. Again, don't get it twisted. Hercule might not be the strongest character in the game, but the techniques that he has is gonna make him annoying. Yeah, beat Boo's ass with Boo, bro. Jump that man. I love this. This is literally the same attack that we saw in Tenkaichi, but it looks better, obviously. Good lord, bro! Have you hit the like button yet? Because this is going to be a generational game, man. And I'm gonna let you know right now. I promise you, the content that we're gonna put out with this game is going to be probably like, honestly, we're gonna peak at this point. We're gonna peak with this game. It's gonna be just all downhill from there. But that's fine. If we're gonna peak with any game, at least it's Sparking Zero. Like this is a good game to do it with. Okay, so we got some boosts. Again, this is how Hercule's gonna fight. He's gonna get these boosts that are gonna make him just super annoying. Dynamite kick! Now, if you're new to this, again, this doesn't do any damage. Or, it does some damage. It's all RNG. So if the character chooses to, like, send themselves flying afterwards, that's when the damage is dealt. But it's all RNG, so either does 0 damage or no damage, which is kind of funny. 0 damage or no damage. Great sentence, Rhyme. 0 damage or some damage. Alright, and now we have Beerus, which is a character I'm super excited about, but we're playing as Great Ape. And I actually I'm gonna just say it, I don't really care about the giant fights that much. Giant fights were kind of annoying and somewhat unbalanced. The reason being, if you never played a Tenkaichi game, you can't grab giants, you can't do like rush attacks on giants. You basically have to rely on using your pure hands and then like beams and stuff like that. And to kind of like balance it out, that the giants are a bit slower, they're bigger targets to get hit by beams and stuff like that. But like, not being able to grab them and do rush attacks definitely makes it kind of annoying. But I wonder if they'll make certain characters be able to do that. For example, like if we have Beast Gohan, will Beast Gohan be able to do his kick against like, you know, like Cell Max, for example, stuff like that. So I'm curious to know how this is going to be when the game comes out. Because again, giants were just obnoxious in the old games. Speaking of which, I wonder what giants they're going to even have at launch. Because like, I mean, there's obviously Orange Piccolo, there's Cell Max, there's Great Ape Vegeta. If they get into the movie territory, we'll have like characters like Harudegarn and First Form Janemba. So there's definitely some characters, but like I wonder like how roster heavy we're gonna have the giants in the game. And speaking of which, one more thing I want to talk about while I have it on my my consciousness, my memory, is they did mention that there's one character that's gonna be unlocked from the start if you pre-order it. They showed all the forms of Broly and Gogeta. And they had like a mystery character. I bet you that mystery character, this is just my complete guess, is gonna be Beast Gohan. Because they already revealed DBS Superhero as one of the first DLC along with Daima. By the way, that's an unblockable attack. The animation that we saw Beerus go into was the same unblockable animation that we saw with like Father Son Kamehameha and the Spirit Bomb in Tenkaichi. So I guess that's gonna make them super annoying. But they mentioned that Diamond Superhero is already going to be DLC, and they had the Gammas, as well as, I think it was Kid Goku for Diamond that they had as the image. But then they mentioned, like, a mystery character. You would think if they say superhero, Beast Gohan would have been the representation instead of the Gammas. So my theory is they probably did that, because the character will be available at start by pre-ordering. It's got to be Beast Gohan. It's got to be Beast Gohan, because they mentioned it's a character that's never been in a past Dragon Ball game before. So, give me your best guesses down below. Alright, now we have Torungsu and androids. I think it was Dado. Dado already revealed because he played as Android 17. They do have the same gimmick as the Tenkaichi series where they can't actually charge, which is both good and bad. The good part is your ki is constantly like recovering, so as you're fighting, you're also getting more ki back. So if you're aggressive, it definitely makes the androids more annoying. But like, if you need an extra burst of energy to do a certain attack, you just can't. You just have to basically make sure you be super aggressive. Otherwise, you're kind of like limited with what you can and can't do. We'll get the barrier. I didn't see if that barrier was his blast gauge ability or if that was like a super attack. So I'm going to try to pay attention to the next time he does it. That was a counter. I saw him going to a counter pose. Yeah, he's like trying to counter that, man. Alright, so he has 3 blast gauge right now. Trying to see the next time he does the bubble. Swapping? Okay, yeah, we're swapping. Ooh, we got a dual Gohan. Okay, looks like it was a blast gauge. It takes 1. You guys remember the defensive barrier style attacks? And oh, so that was the counter. That took 2? Ooh, okay, okay. Like, I'm curious to know how the blast gauge specials will be balanced, because some of those attacks are insane, but you can't do them unless you get like 2 or 3 bars. And that's how Beerus has sleep with 4 energy. 4 blast gauge energy. Like that is gotta be a broken attack, because like 4 energy, and how fast is it too is the other question I have. Also, someone mentioned that movies are confirmed because Adult Gohan, this one, has the Bros Kamehameha. He's always had that in those games. It doesn't confirm Broly from the Z side yet, but I'm sure, again, either they're going to reveal all the Z movies before release, or they're all being planned as part of DLC. Because, I mean, they mentioned, what, 20 DLC characters in the first batch? And I assume that includes, you got the Gammas, probably Cell Max. I wouldn't be surprised if we get, like, Dr. Hito and Magenta as well. Like, again, the beauty of the Tenkaichi series is they put everyone in these games. Everyone. And everyone ends up playing it in a unique and fun way, which is what makes this game so satisfying. Like, this is not a balanced game at all, but it's just a fun, casual mess. Like, you just get home from work, you know, hop on the couch with your homies and just fight. And that's something that's, like, always been dope on Tenkaichi series that no other arena fighter could ever, like, really recreate. Bro is spamming that counter attack. I keep seeing it, unless that's just his block animation. Okay, so I saw his gauge go down when he used that bubble. I already know Andro 17 is about to be annoying. Bro's gonna be super aggressive and mad defensive with that barrier. Trunks! Let's see that sword. I guess. Oh, we go right into it. Bet. His attack is sick. I don't care what anyone says. When Trunks did this in Super and we got this in the games, this is hype, man. Future Trunks is so goddamn cool, man. And look at that animation. I cannot wait to see what they did for, like, Hit, Jiren, UI Goku. Like, oh my god, Toonsoft is cooking for us. Comment section below, let me know which character you're most hyped to see that hasn't been revealed yet, and which character you want to play day 1 when the game comes out. Alright, that's time's up. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, because this is the end of the gameplay that we got here. Again, stay tuned to the channel. I should be able to get hands-on access very, very soon with Sparking Zero, so I'm super excited about that when I'm finally home. And definitely hoping to provide some of the best content that I can. And as far as the content when the game comes out, like I said, whoo, I'm already writing down ideas, man. I feel like this is gonna be such a fun time to be a fan of Dragon Ball, especially in the content creation side. I tweeted this the other day. If you ever dabbled or thought about wanting to create content and you have no idea what you want to do with, I just highly encourage everyone just to do with Sparking Zero. This game is going to create so much fun stuff in the future, fun videos, and a lot of content creators are going to blow up from this game. Whether you're someone who's been active in the community for the last couple of years or you're brand new, just dive in. Just dive in, you know. A lot of times people say don't be a content creator. I'm going to say the opposite. Be a content creator if you can, because it's so much fun. So much fun. But that's it. Stay tuned for more. Again, much love to the Japanese side with the gameplay. There's actually a bunch more that was also revealed, but I don't want to make this video too crazy long, so you can just look that up yourself. But again, stay tuned for more Sparking Zero content as you get closer and closer to October. I declare October 11th a national holiday. Tell your bosses, your teachers, everybody, the day you all get the day off. Disclaimer: you probably don't get the day off, and you might get fired if that happens. But you can try. You can say, "Hey, Rhyme says the day is off," and if your boss says, "Great," you're welcome. If not, don't test it. All right, I'm gonna end it right here. Again, I'll be back soon from Japan in a couple days, so the content will be back to how it's supposed to be once I'm in front of my setup. That's why I have to bring back the old school style where it's no face cam, just me talking into my camera, not my camera, but my computer, my MacBook, like the OG days when we were covering Xenoverse 1 and like Battle of Z and stuff like that, which is kind of dope. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts and anything else you guys might have noticed from the Japanese side of gameplay. Please, please, please let us know down below, because there's a lot and it's impossible for my eyes to like catch on to everything. So anything you guys might have noticed, just let me know down below. That's it. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys in the comment section below. Peace.